Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for the first Friday in August, August 3rd. So I want to come to you a couple of moments this morning, my morning, and ask the question and have you pull through and dig back into your memory banks. Thank you for all who are joining me. So the question becomes, when, well, not when, who was the first person outside of your family, outside of your parents or perhaps your grandparents that raised you? Who was the first person who really looked inside of you and saw your potential? They saw your potential for greatness. They saw your potential for the creativity, they saw the capacity within you to develop and become something or someone more. They went and they looked beyond the surface. They looked beyond, good morning, Kazakhstan. And good morning for all who are joining me. They went and they looked and they were on purpose looking beyond your bad attitude, perhaps. They looked beyond and they saw past, they listened past, well, I don't care anyway, or your apathy, or they looked past your mistakes, they looked past your fear, they looked past your naivete, they looked inside of you and really saw something or heard something that made them say, oh no, this might be a diamond in the rough. We might have to dig for some pearls and rubies, but there's something about you. There's something about you. And then not only did they dig and they found it, but they invested in you. And the reason I'm asking this question is because none of us are where we are today solo. Someone believed in us. Someone believed in us. Someone, again, went beyond a surface. Because sometimes we stop there. We stop too soon. And especially if you work a lot with young people or teens, they can sometimes have, a little raggedy attitude. That's what I just call it. I just lump it into that category called a raggedy attitude. But if we stop there, if we stop too soon, if we do not take the time to listen and to listen to them, we are missing things. We are missing potential. If we stop at where they are right now, in the situation that they're in, if we stop at the circumstances in which we meet them, if we stop at the first time and it happens to be a mistake that's where we're greeting them, they're wrapped up in some bad decisions. If we stop there, we are missing so much. It's like $100 bills just laying all on the ground and everybody's just walking past them because they were balled up, because they were crunched up, because they had dirt on it, because they were under some stuff and they were hidden and they were crumbled. But if we take the time to stop and dig a little further, ask a few more questions, help them bust off the dirt, help them shake off the grime, help them shake off their past, there are diamonds in the rough all around us. And I submit to you that each of us were in a place like that. Even with the best of beginnings, someone still had to look in and see into us. They had to see what we were not trying to show them. They had to hear what we were not trying to say out loud. And they had to believe enough in us to pull us, to demand more from us, to demand excellence, to hold a higher standard for us, because they believed in us. They wanted more for us. They saw it, even if it was only a glimmer. They saw it, they recognized it as potential, and they started honing it. I'm asking you to go back because my challenge today, this first Friday of the best month in the calendar, my birth month, I'm asking you because the challenge is twofold. To think back to that person, those people in your lives who invested in you. Hey, Baron Taylor, as a Marine and a Mustang to boot, a Mustang for those who are unfamiliar are those Marines who start enlisted and then go commissioned into the officer corps. There were a whole lot of somebodies who looked into you and saw your potential and honed you and groomed you and made you into the man and the Marine and the officer that you are today. And so all of us have that testimony. The challenge is to go back, and if they are still living and breathing, find them. Find them and thank them. Thank them. And then pay it forward. Sometimes too often we get where we are and we can only see from the 30,000-foot venue. We can only see those around who are looking like us, and we recognize them for where they are right now. We've got to roll that thing back because someone saw something in us when we were not on their level, when we didn't think correct thoughts, when we didn't make the right decisions. And so again, my challenge to you today, do not let this day go. Do not close your eyes on this day without looking around and finding someone who has potential and pulling them up. Make sure they know you believe in them. Make the time for that. I don't care if you have to send an email, a smoke signal, write it in crayons, get some chalk. Make time for someone today. Someone saw potential in us and they had to look for it. I promise you they had to look for it. So do the same. None of us get where we are on our own. So don't get up there and then don't pull others up behind you. We have a responsibility. If God has given you a large platform and the gift of influence, in part, it's because he trusts you to reach back and grab someone else. He trusts you to reach back and look for the diamonds in the rough, to dig until you find those pearls, to find the precious gems that are surrounding you. I promise you they are around you. You just gotta, like the crumpled up dollar bill, you gotta look for it. You gotta be on the lookout. You have to be intentional and deliberate about this thing. Okay, so pull your peepers out if you need to, break out the binos, but be intentional, be deliberate today about looking for potential in someone, believing in them. Just give them a glimmer of hope to let them know that somebody believes in them. I promise you, we have no idea how many people around us are dying on the vine, dying all around us, just to be recognized, just to be noticed, just to be invited into a space where somebody believes in them and encourages them. Okay, so that is my challenge to you. That is my challenge to you. Join me on Facebook Live tomorrow with my husband, Ira. He has a very, very fantastic offering to one, maybe I can talk him into two people who will take advantage of it. I will post a time that we will be on so you do not miss it. And come ready because it's going to be a fantastic offer. Thank you for all who are joining me. Please take me up on my challenge to get intentional about finding and looking for potential in someone else, just the way someone did for you. Okay, until next time, take real good care of yourselves.